What's going on, YouTube? It's your man Damien. Thank you for tuning into this video. Today I'm going to be discussing with you all the secret to achieving your goals and to changing your life. The secret lies within what I like to call the 3CE model. This stands for conscious effort, consistent effort, and continuous effort. Before diving into what each of these means, I want to lay the foundation as to why I'm creating this video and why I came up with this model. But even before that, I want to say thank you to everyone that has tuned in so far to a lot of my content. Thank you to my existing subscribers. Thank you to my future subscribers. And if this is your first time checking out my content, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate the support. My intention with making these videos is to share my experiences, things I come up with throughout my journey of self-improvement in hopes that it will help one of you. Hopefully more than one of you, but at least one of you. So if you like my content, please don't forget to subscribe. I genuinely appreciate the support and I look forward to making more of these videos. So to dig into why I'm making this video and why I came up with this 3CE model. When you think about goals and change and life as a whole, it's a process that you need to follow, and it can be difficult to not only set goals, but it's difficult to find a way to achieve them. There's a lot of books out there like Atomic Habits and some others that break down an easy way of achieving goals, which is breaking them down into smaller micro goals and achieving and building on them. My concept and my model takes it to another level where it is holistically able to be implemented into any goal that you set and really any change, because goals and change both require conscious, consistent, and continuous effort. There is no change without effort. And that's the biggest behavior that you need to express and demonstrate when you are trying to achieve your goals or if you're trying to change something in your life. Setting goals is always the first step to change. You set the goal, which puts your energy into motion, and the next step is working towards and hopefully achieving that goal. Every goal achieved helps build a foundation in which that you can set new goals and build, and that's how you compound your goal setting and achievement to climb higher in your life or in self-improvement or whatever area that you are trying to change. Change requires discipline. Discipline requires commitment. It is a full holistic view of what needs to be done to make change into your life or into achieving your goals. You need to have discipline. You need to have commitment. I'm going to get into discipline into another video, but I want to leave you with this idea to give you a sneak peek about what I'm going to be discussing in that video of discipline, because it does play a part into goal setting and change activation. Discipline equals freedom, which I got from a book that an old friend recommended to me, and it's from a motivational speaker, Navy SEAL, and I even have it tattooed on my hand. Discipline equals freedom. I'm going to dig into that concept. I'm going to reference that book that I'm mentioning now. And I also read a quote, which I have also tattooed on my arm. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect. So I want those to sit with you as you listen to the rest of this video and as you prepare to watch my next video, because these concepts, as I mentioned, build into the foundation of changing your life, of achieving your goals, of really doing anything worthwhile in this life. All right, let's get into it. Let's break down each of these efforts in the 3CE model. The first is conscious. Conscious meaning that is at the forefront of your mind. Conscious effort means that you are putting your present self into the movement of working on this goal or working on this change. You require consciousness and you require that conscious intention when you are setting goals. The opposite of conscious is subconscious. And for many of us, the subconscious is autopilot. It's programmed, pre-programmed ideas and mindsets that when we're not present in the moment, that's just how we navigate through life. Conscious effort brings you to the present moment, to the forefront of your mind, to make and implement change. Consciousness and being present is required to do hard things, to really do anything hard. I'm going to reference running throughout this video because it's an easy way to tie this model into actual practice. Nobody subconsciously says, I'm going to go for a run. That is a conscious effort, a present moment decision to say, I am going to go running. Without the conscious effort, the likelihood of somebody running is very low, if not at all. And when you think about the idea of running and the conscious present self, running is very hard and it's never going to become easier. It is a very hard activity. We are very comfortable beings, so conscious mindset, presence is required to make any change or to kick off goal setting into changing your life or achieving your goals. In essence, conscious effort is required when you are setting goals. Consistent effort is working towards your goals every day. Working towards your what is important to you, working towards that change that you are trying to implement into your life. Perfection is not the goal here. So when I say every day working towards your goals, it may be putting in 10 to 15% effort. It may be putting 100% effort, but working towards your goals and towards that change every day is important. It's consistent. You need to have consistent effort when working towards anything in life. Strive for the best, but just remember, tune back and say, I am doing my best. Reference one of my other videos of say this phrase and it'll change your life. Remember to remind yourself, I am doing my best, but work towards your goals. Conscious effort to set the goal, consistent effort to work towards them. When it comes to running, the consistent effort is running X amount of times a week and starting somewhere. Consistent effort is starting at wherever you are, meet yourself where you're at, and build with that consistent effort. When I first started running, I was only able to run maybe 10 minutes, maximum, maybe a mile, if that. Actually, no, take that back. I would run light post to light post. So I would run one light post, take a break, walk till the next light post, and run to another light post. And I would build off of that. Every few days I would go for a run again. That took consistent effort to now I am able to run half marathons. It's a building process, but you have to start somewhere. That's where the consistent effort comes in. The first goals to change, or the first change that you are introducing into your life, sets that foundation. Like I mentioned with running, my first goal was to run light post to light post. Then I built off of that. Now it was 2 light posts, then a quarter mile, and then half a mile. But that consistent effort is how you build. The final piece of this model is the continuous effort. It's easy to set a goal And once you achieve it, it's done and move forward, and that's it. But for any true change to really stick and be implemented in life, it takes continuous effort. Conscious, you set the goal. Consistent, you are working towards the goal every day. Continuous, you achieve the goal, you improve on it, you build on it, you set a new goal. And you continue doing that because life is a journey. And once you hit a steady state, that's when you can make micro improvements, continuously improve, and find ways to make sure that this goal is truly, or this change is truly embedded into your being, into your routine. Because the continuous effort is what sticks it all together. Consistent is what lays the foundation. Continuous is what brings it all together and makes it part of your life. Continuous is also looking at long-term big picture. Conscious and consistent is usually day to day, week to week. Continuous is month to month, even year to year. You want to make sure, whether it's your health journey, whether it's running, whether it's professional growth, having that continuous effort will get you farther, as long as you build off of the foundation that you set with the consistent effort and off of the goal setting that you put with the conscious effort. It's a Japanese term, it's called kaizen, and that means continuous improvement. For continuous effort to really have an effect, it takes improving upon what you have already accomplished. Continuously improve upon your achieved goals and build on those. Build off of the foundation you laid and lay another level of foundation. Build your own empire of self through the implementation of this model. True change isn't really possible without this model. When you really get down to it, change requires true, conscious, consistent, and continuous effort. I can't personally, in any of the areas I've changed in my life, I cannot think of one change that I've made in my life that didn't include this model in some shape or form. Implement this strategy and this mindset for all of your goals, for all of your areas of change, and see how your life moves into the direction that you are looking for it to go. This model it works. It truly works. And if you give it a chance and you build off of what I've discussed here today and you try it out, try to implement it try it with some smaller goals. Like I said, I used running as one. If you want to get into running, try it out. Set a micro goal, but stay consistent. And then continuously improve. Every time you achieve a goal, set a new one. Keep building, keep moving forward, keep growing. That is the intent with the implementation of this 3CE model, is to continuously grow, achieve, and go. Keep going, keep growing. Thank you all for tuning into this. As I mentioned, next week I'll be making a video on discipline. Discipline means a lot to me, and I'm so excited to share it with all of you. But for this week, think about what I've mentioned here today. Think about some goals that you have in your life right now, anything that you're actively working towards, change that you're actively working towards, and think about how this model, how you can implement this model into that change, and let me know how it goes. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe, check out some of my other videos. I truly appreciate all of the support, and I will see you all next week. Peace out.